You are listening to Rihanna's Soul Sessions. Welcome. I'm Rihanna. I'm a psychologist, a writer, and a speaker, and I am here to empower you to release the things that have been holding you back, to inspire you to follow your intuition, and to teach you how to manifest your heart's desires. Get ready to ignite your light and enjoy this ride. Here we go. Okay. Episode 6, How to Protect, Clean, and Recharge Your Energy. The idea for this episode came after I posted on social media about high sensitivity. And this is what I wrote. Do you feel so much? Are perfumes often too intense? Is it hard to bear noises sometimes? Do you feel when somebody's not being honest? Can you be completely drained after being around a lot of people or even after being around a few people? I used to isolate myself. Weekends and evenings I spent by myself in bed to recharge my energy. It was the only way I knew how to deal with my sensitivity. I can be very antisocial because of it. Not because I don't like to engage with others, but because I feel so much of others' energy that I don't know how I can handle it without being completely exhausted. Now it's something that I like. I let my sensitivity guide me. I sense what feels good to me and what doesn't. It helps me to understand people and it helps me to connect to people and find like-minded souls. I learned how to trust my sensitivity instead of experiencing as a limit. I learned how to manage my energy and I'm still working on how to protect it and clean it. For example, the sensitivity doesn't allow me to work in an office for 8 hours a day, even if I would want it. That's why I created a life in which I can manage my own time and work much more intuitively. How are you managing your energy? This is what I wrote on social media, and I got lots of responses from people who recognized the story about being sensitive and also struggling with maintaining their energy. So Aga is with us today. Aga is a coach, a public speaker, and a soulpreneur, empowering women to follow their inner call and create their desired life, love, business from the inside out. And she is here to talk about managing your energy as a high sensitive person. Aga, welcome on the show.
Hello, Rihanna.
Hello. Nice to have you here. Before we start the interview, I would like to ask you, how did you start your day this morning?
I used to have my morning rituals, and I do have them still, but they differ one day from another day. So today, actually, I did a very short but powerful meditation. I had a time to walk in the nature for 15 minutes, so I did it also, and journaling. That's something what I do it. And before everything,
Yes.
I just drank a glass of water with lemon.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So a morning ritual is really important for you.
Yeah, very important for me. And I put them into the practice many years ago, and I saw that they increase my energy.
Right.
And try to put them every day. However, I am the mom of 1-year-old baby, so
right.
It can be challenging for me. So I make them shorter, but I do them every
right.
day.
And how long do your rituals normally last, approximately?
My favorite time for it is around 1 hour. But today it was like sort of 35 minutes. Right. So meditation, if I don't have so much time, I take time for meditation, like 5-10 minutes.
Right.
And for the rest, like 10 minutes. And yeah.
So your morning rituals are different every day, but you always do something.
Yes.
Right.
Actually, Rihanna, I would say they are they are not different about the content, about the things I do. They differ only about the time, because sometimes I have enough time, 1 hour, but sometimes I have just 20 minutes. So I make them shorter, and I choose the most powerful. And meditation is one that is always.
Right. Nice to
Yeah.
hear. Thank you for sharing. I also always do a morning routine. It really helps me to focus my energy, to connect with myself first. But for me, they're different. I feel about what do I need most. Is it meditation? Is it journaling? Or is it maybe yoga? And then I choose what I do.
Yeah, nice.
So, Aga, I'm really curious. Do you relate to my story about high sensitivity?
Oh yes, absolutely. That's why I reacted, because when I was working 9 to 5, I experienced so much my sensitivity, but the only thing was I didn't understand why I felt that way,
Yes.
and I didn't know how to handle that.
Right.
So it cost me so much energy and stress. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, but absolutely, yes. I identify myself with your post, with being sensitive people, person, absolutely.
Yeah. Like I said in my post too, for me, it's also really hard to work in an office from 9 to 5. And apparently, that's something which is hard for high sensitive people. And I wonder, why is that so?
What do you think? I think by myself that because we are sensitive, we absorb quickly energy of the other people.
Right.
And people come to the office with different energy. They are in they have different state of mind. They have different things happen in their life. And we are very sensitive. We are also very empathic. So absorb so much these things. And if we don't know how to handle that, then it can be very overwhelming. Don't you think so?
Yeah. So it has a lot to do with all the other people that are around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. I also feel that it has to do with the inflexibility that it has. That you're expected to be there at a certain time. That you're expected to work these hours, and that is very inflexible.
Yeah.
For me, I try to sometimes when I feel exhausted. Maybe for you that's a different story when you are a mother. But for me, I can sleep a little bit longer if I want, or I can choose to not work during the morning and work in the evening, for example.
Yeah, I do really identify myself with what you said. However, with the sleeping issue, it's pretty challenging for me last time. So actually, I must find the other solution for it. But I am very flexible now, so I can match the hours I work to my schedule. But with sleeping, I cannot match it so much. So yeah, when the baby is sleeping, then I sleep with him. When he doesn't sleep, then I don't sleep as well. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
So having a baby obviously is another challenge, and maybe it's a lot of. It's a nice thing to talk about in another podcast. However, being an entrepreneur, not having a 9 to 5 job, allows us to work according to how our energy is. Basically, that's what it is.
Exactly, and it's so important because what you said, it allows us to match what we do to the energy, to our energy. So actually, you don't push, but you just use your energy as sort of fuel.
Right.
It gives you, also it allows you to access your creativity, and then you get quicker into the flow.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
It's true. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. And what other things do you experience regarding high sensitivity?
I think, being high sensitive and don't know how to handle that impact a lot my communication with people around me. Actually, you use emotions too quickly to express yourself if you don't know how to handle, of course.
Right.
So that was really a very huge disadvantage in that time. in the time that I didn't know how to handle, and I didn't know why I feel that way, how to manage with that, yeah, so I think that it's also very important. And additionally, when you're high sensitive, you um, allow external world impact the way how you feel, and that's
Right.
not the way. Also, you lose control because everything what happen around you define actually how you feel.
Right.
So that's the other story that I experienced while didn't know while not knowing how to handle being high sensitive person.
Right. Right. So yeah, it really affects you through every day, basically.
I think very,
Every
yeah, and
day.
you
Yeah.
know, and Rihanna, additionally, it caused me stress, overwhelming, but also then you start projecting in your head stories that are really not necessarily true. And then you put yourself in a very negative light for yourself also.
Right.
You start judging yourself quicker.
Yeah.
And that's also not supportive for us, not necessary, absolutely
Right.
not.
Right. Right. So it's very important to know how to handle your energy. Yeah.
Oh,
For
yes,
me
yes.
personally, I struggle a lot with parties. With being at parties for a long time with a lot of people.
Uh,
And that's when I really noticed, like, oh, that costs me a lot of energy. Yeah, that's and it might be varying from person to person too, as in how you respond to different events.
yeah, yeah. You are right, actually. But I remember also that in the past time, of course, still happen, of course, but now I know how to handle with it. Um, Even not spending time with a lot of people, but with someone, just go to the meeting with someone who is sort of energetic vampire, cost
Yes.
me also a lot of energy. And then I didn't know why, what, because I wasn't in the right mood or what was the reason. So I tried to analyze it. And then it's one step further. I
Right.
try it. I judge myself quickly, so that's also not the way. So it's always, actually, it brings a lot of negativity, when you don't
Right.
know how to handle it.
Exactly. And that is what we are absolutely not looking for and don't
No,
need the
no,
negativity. And I
no.
like how you call it an energetic vampire.
Oh yeah.
It's a fantastic word, and I think that we all know what you mean by that. And we will talk later in the interview more about how to handle that. Yeah. So, do you? We've talked about the different things that high sensitivity brings with it, and it sounds like a burden, really. Do you see it as a burden?
Um, Actually, not anymore. I see it as actually superpower if you know how to handle that consciously.
Right.
So that's the difference. Before it was something what limited me and even caused a lot of stress and negativity. But now when I know how to handle that, I see it absolutely as superpower.
Yeah, yeah. I love that word, and I love how you put it in a completely different frame. From a burden to a superpower, it's already empowering to call it a superpower and to see it as a superpower. I love it. And how do you use your superpower?
How?
Yeah, what are the ways in which
Yeah,
high sensitivity is a good thing for you?
yeah. Do you know, again, I get back to communication because using high sensitivity as a superpower allow me to create very good relation with people.
Right.
Why? Because I can quickly understand why I feel that way, but also I can understand emotions of other people.
Right.
So I am very empathic and I can understand why they act that way without judging them. So it's very powerful, really.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
powerful.
Right.
It allows me to create good relation with them.
Right.
And the other way how I use it is, I protect myself because being high sensitive and understand why you feel that way, such a way, allows you also to follow your feelings and intuition. So I know exactly when I meet people if they have honest plans again, towards me, or they have something what can harm me in the future.
Right.
And that also allows me to create a sort of protection for myself. And also, I think that I use also
So
the fact.
you really learn how to trust your feelings, your intuition, basically. Right.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's sort of my guidance I use daily. And it's very important for me to use it because then I know, which direction to go and how to use powerfully, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other way how I use my high sensitivity, I think it's also very nice to mention, is I can consciously create my life. So, in other words, I actually use my emotions to manifest my desires.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's very good because by using my emotions, I can raise my vibrations and
Right.
I can manifest my deep desires.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
I love that. And I think that I can completely relate to that because as sensitive people, we are so aware of our emotions. We know through the day, all the time, how we feel. And it allows us to direct our emotions more consciously. And I love what you say. It allows us to raise our vibrations in order to manifest our desires. So, can you give me an example of how you can do that?
Okay, I can give it very nice. I can give very nice example. Imagine that having the project I really truly desire is already in my life. Let me feel already so excited. So my emotions are already there. And when my emotions are already there and I feel as I have it already, I perform already what I want in my life, then I send the right vibrations. And and as a result, I attract things step by step, day by day, that support me to get what I want.
Right.
Exactly. I don't know. Clear enough?
So if I get it right, you work on lifting your emotions up by visualizing or imagining that you are in a place where you would like to go.
Exactly.
Right?
So I manifest things that I want to have in my life by feeling already in the present moment as I have them already.
Exactly. Right. Fantastic. What a great way to raise your vibrations and to start to attract what you want, because it's exactly how it works. When you feel as if you have it already, you are creating the right vibration and the right energy in order to attract it. So I love that example, and I love how being sensitive promotes doing this exercise, actually. Yes. Nice. So why do high sensitive people have to learn how to manage their energy? Why is that so important?
I think the most important is to increase well-being, just to feel good, because this is all about in our life, and
true.
when they don't pay attention about manage their energy, when we don't pay attention to as a high sensitive people to manage our energy, then it can cause many unwanted things, like depression, stress, burnout, overwhelming, lack of self-confidence. It can really destroy a lot of things in our life.
Right. Wow.
So
that's a long list of things, really,
that
it can affect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say even more.
And when I think about it, and when I think about the time that I didn't know that I was high sensitive, I can relate to a lot of these issues that creeped into my life because I just didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have the same feeling that I didn't know that. And that's why I mention these things, because my own experience also show me that being high sensitive and do not protect yourself the right way can cause so many things that actually take away from us well-being, huh?
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's definitely true. And for me, as I also wrote in the post, I used to isolate myself. I remember spending so much time just in my house by myself because I was so overwhelmed, and I really didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
What did you do before to handle your sensitivity, or how did it affect your health or your well-being?
I think that, not I think, I'm sure it cost me a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And it cost me also my self-confidence. I think that in one moment I lost my self-confidence. It was very weak, and I started to judge myself over and over again.
Yeah.
So my self-esteem also went down. The other thing was that I didn't enjoy also doing things at my work or new projects because, yeah, as I said, my self-confidence went down. So as a result, I didn't dare to show my potential really. And also I think that also I blocked access to my potential. So what I did, I was overwhelmed, overstressed. I didn't have I think that I started to believe I'm not enough,
Right. Right, because you couldn't shine your light in this environment, basically.
No.
Right,
No.
in this environment. And how liberating is it to realize that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
To
Yeah,
to
yeah.
realize that you can shine your light when you created a different environment for yourself, actually. Yeah, I love that. So let's go to the ways in which we can start to protect our energy, but also I learned that it's really important to clean even our energy and of course to recharge it. So I would love to talk to you about that. What are your ideas about protecting energy?
Learning to protect our energy is a process. It's a work that has to be done.
Right.
And the first step, and I think that you can identify yourself with it also. It's becoming aware of our energy.
Yeah.
So that's crucial in the process because the moment that I became aware of my energy was game changing process actually for me. How I do it actually, I identify my core needs and I ask myself how can they be met in my life. And I always pay attention that the reference point is my well-being. So it's very important for me. So I consciously and daily I do sort of check in and I ask myself how is going on with me, how I feel at the moment, what
Right.
caused my emotions. And that's simple. It cost me, few minutes during the day, during whole day, and benefit so much. I benefit so much from it. At the beginning, for people who are not used to do that, you can put a very easy way alarm on your phone and just do it 3 or 4 times during the day. That you just check in with yourself and ask yourself, how is going on?
Right.
What your emotions are saying to you? How do you feel? That's very powerful, and it means so much to know that things.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the very important way to protect your energy.
Right.
I think to become
Yeah.
aware of it.
Nice. Yeah, becoming aware, isn't it the key to everything?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think so.
from your
Yeah.
own experience for sure.
Yeah. The more I learn, the more I realize that consciousness is really the key to so many things. And can you tell us some more about how we can protect our energy in other ways?
I think
What happened?
we have problem. I can read.
Shit. Poor network connection.
Hello, no. Are you there?
I am there.
Oh, I didn't hear. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Now it's recovering. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So yeah. I didn't hear your last sentences, so can you repeat it, please?
Yes. Can you share some other ways in which high sensitive people can protect their energy?
Yeah, absolutely. Very powerful is also visualization, and I use it for years already. I imagine myself surrounded with a light colored bubble, and this light colored bubble actually set the boundaries around me that other energy cannot cross it without my permission, of course. And I use it just visualization. I use this visualization every day, and I use it for myself, and also for few years already. I use it for my husband and for my small boy also. I use it.
Oh,
It's
really?
very powerful, and especially when you go to the meeting with people with many people, or you go to the meeting with people that you are not sure about the energy and intention of this person. It's good to do it. It's very protectable.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. I like that tip. I will try it. I will definitely try this one.
It's very easy to do it, and it costs just few minutes, but powerful, really powerful.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Can you do it at any moment, or do you just pick a specific moment for it?
Absolutely. Last time I was on the meeting and I forgot to do it, and during the meeting I started to feel myself a little bit like overwhelmed with energy of the other person, and then just in my head I started to imagine myself being surrounded with this light bubble, and so you can do it anytime, any moment, and it costs you just a few seconds, actually 30 seconds, and you are done with it.
Right. Wow, nice. Great tip.
Nice.
Really great tip. Yeah.
Yeah. The other way how we can protect our energy is simply plug into nature daily,
Right.
if possible. So it costs just, it can be 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour. You can actually combine it with doing some sports, some activity outside. But search for the nature. Nature is so powerful, and it gives us energy. It cleans our body also and mind. So we have all in one.
Right. So it sounds like energy is basically a way to recharge, clean, and protect our energy. So we need to get it into our routine, basically. We need to get it into our routine. I really am doing that too. When I used to live in Amsterdam, that was harder, I have to say, because Amsterdam is so beautiful, but there is not too much nature. There are a few parks, but they're not too big, and they're quite busy. But now that I live in Chile, I am enjoying so much the mountains, the lakes, volcanoes. They have so much nature here, and I can really notice how it cleans and recharges my energy.
So it's nice what you said, because you said that you can notice also. And can you feel? Right, so I didn't hear your last sentences, so can you repeat it, please?
Yes. Can you share some other ways in which high sensitive people can protect their energy?
Yeah, absolutely. Very powerful is also visualization, and I use it for years already. I imagine myself surrounded with a light colored bubble, and this light colored bubble actually set the boundaries around me that other energy cannot cross it without my permission, of course. And I use it just visualization. I use this visualization every day, and I use it for myself, and also for few years already. I use it for my husband and for my small boy also. I use it.
Oh,
it's
really?
very powerful, and especially when you go to the meeting with people with many people, or you go to the meeting with people that you are not sure about the energy and intention of this person. It's good to do it. It's very protectable.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. I like that tip. I will try it. I will definitely try this one.
It's very easy to do it, and it costs just few minutes, but powerful, really powerful.
Okay, right. Can you do it at any moment, or do you just pick a specific moment for it?
absolutely. Last time I was on the meeting and I forgot to do it. And during the meeting, I started to feel myself a little bit like overwhelmed with energy of the other person. And then just in my head, I started to imagine myself being surrounded with this light bubble. And so you can do it anytime, any moment, and it costs you just a few seconds, actually 30 seconds, and you are done with it.
Right. Wow, nice. Great tip.
Nice.
Really great tip. Yeah.
The other way how we can protect our energy is simply plug into nature daily if possible. So it costs just, it can be 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour. You can actually combine it with doing some sports, some activity outside. But search for the nature. Nature is so powerful and it gives us energy. It cleans our body also and mind. So we have all in one.
Right. So it sounds like energy is basically a way to recharge, clean, and protect our energy. So we need to get it into our routine, basically. We need to get it into our routine. I really am doing that too. When I used to live in Amsterdam, that was harder, I have to say, because Amsterdam is so beautiful, but there is not too much nature. There are a few parks, but they're not too big and they're quite busy. But now that I live in Chile, I am enjoying so much the mountains, the lakes, volcanoes. They have so much nature here, and I can really notice how it cleans and recharges my energy.
So it's nice what you said, because you said that you can notice also. And can you feel also the big difference between how you felt living in Amsterdam about the energy, and also how it goes with your energy living in the place where you are right now?
Yes, absolutely. You mean besides the nature?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but nature, of course, you are surrounded with nature also, but besides the nature?
Yeah, besides the nature as well. Actually, my energy here is better than it used to be in Amsterdam. But it's mainly because I did a different kind of job, and I put much more demand on myself, and I did much more things which costed me energy, while now I'm much more living inspired. I spend so much more attention to how I feel, to uplifting my energy, to taking care of myself, to do what I really love and what gives me energy. So it's also really how I live my life here instead of living my life when I was in Amsterdam. So I really made a shift in that.
Yeah, interesting. So what you said also is nice, because you can protect your energy by doing things actually that feels good.
Right. Yes.
What you do actually, you do things the other way, but they give you a lot of pleasure, and as a result, your energy, of course, is much better, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I used to think that I need to push and pull a lot in order to achieve my goals and dreams. And now I really know that that's not necessary. The most important thing is to feel good, and that is creating my life in a so much more flowing and easy way. And yes, and I love it.
And again, it impacts the way how you handle your high sensitivity, huh?
Exactly. It became easier.
Yeah, I get it.
Easier.
Okay, but going further, I would also mention that physical activities are also something that we can use it. We can use it to protect our energy. So I don't know what you do, but for example, I do Rihanna yoga. I try to do it a few times a week. But also, if I don't have time, I just put music and I just shake my body, dance for a moment, or jump for a moment, for a few minutes, to change the energy of my body. And it's so important, so really powerful also.
Yes.
And it costs also, again, not so much time. It depends how much time you can spend on it, of course.
Right. Yeah, you really giving the energy a boost by moving. For me, it's one of the most important things to do. I do yoga, but I also like to do high intensity things that really make me sweat and make my blood pumping, and that's a really good way too. What are other ways? Is because you said physical activity? Do you think that diet and what we eat also is important to maintain a good energy?
Absolutely, absolutely. There are two things that cost our energy the most, and this is inflammation and this is stress.
Right.
And inflammation is nothing different than the wrong diet, the result of wrong diet, and so that's why diet is also the way how we can protect our energy. The right diet, and also reduce food high in sugar and fat. It's very, very important to pay attention about it.
Right.
Yeah. So I pay attention about my diet also, and it has huge impact also on the way how I feel. And I remember many years ago, I was also very emotional. Something happens, and then someone asked me, "Okay, what have you been eating before you start feeling that way?"
Right.
And then first time I realized, whoa, food and emotions are so much connected. Everything is energy, and they are so much connected. So that's why, yeah, since that moment, I really pay attention about my food. And when something happens that I feel not well emotionally, then also I pay attention and I ask myself what I have been eating.
Wow. Great. And can what are you already said you remove sugar, remove fatty foods. What is your typical diet? What kind of foods do you eat?
I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of fruits. I pay attention about sugar. So when I buy some yogurts or the other product, I check on the etiquette how much sugar in it, and also if there is a sugar. Of course, in everything is sitting sugar. So, but I try to reduce it as much as possible. But vegetables and fruits, fish, and I try to eat meat maximal two, 3 times a week. I know that it's still a lot, but I pay attention where I buy it.
Right, great. Right.
And I buy all the products organic and bio. Really, that's very important.
Wow,
I pay
wow.
About,
For me, I just like to think like what kind of energy is there in the food, and that's the energy that's gonna give me, right? So like an apple, for example, came from nature, is full of vibrant vitamins and minerals, and this is gonna do good for my body and my energy. Well, instead when I put a processed, I don't know, like chocolate bar, for example, in my body, which is processed and contains lots of artificials and lots of sugar, that's going to drain my body. Actually, it's going to cost my body so much energy to process it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. But what you said about energy, that you pay attention about what kind of energy you get from eating this or that, this is very nice one also.
Yeah, this is how I try to do it, and absolutely impacts my energy a lot. Yeah, so I really like that you mentioned that as well. Anything else that you think is important?
I think that one extra thing, what I would add in here, is gratitude. Gratitude is very powerful. It's a magnet for happiness, for joy, for all the best things in our life. So also when we want to protect our energy, we should focus on the things that they are good in our life.
Right.
Because this is the way how we also increase our energy.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So gratitude. Do you do something daily or?
Actually, yeah. Gratitude is the part of my daily rituals, and I do them in the morning while taking a shower, or just before I go to sleep. When I have huge desire to put them on the paper, I just take a moment and I do it also.
Nice. Great.
Yes.
Great. Yes. Great idea. So let's move on to the part of the cleaning the energy, because that's really a different thing, I think. Protecting or cleaning your energy. What do you do to clean your energy?
Some of them are the same, but here again I use visualization. This time my visualization is a little bit different. I imagine that I'm standing under the waterfall and I let water fall on my body. So all the negative emotions and heavy energy can be cleaned directly and can be taken away from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's very powerful, and I do it daily actually, these things.
Okay.
So just it costs me when I take a shower. Right, taking a shower, I just use my imagination, and I just do a short, clean up.
Right. Yeah. So being in the shower also is something I heard before can be helpful with cleaning your energy. Yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know if you tried already, but if not, it's really I recommend it to try it. This visualization, you feel it directly, especially Rihanna. I feel it directly on my shoulders because heavy energy and all the negativities at first I feel on my shoulders.
Right.
And when I use this visualization, I can very quickly feel progress.
Wow. Your body starts
Yeah.
to relax right away.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. The
What
other way
other
which
thing?
I use to clean my energy is a mantra, short mantra. And I just repeat, their energy is not mine energy. Their energy is not mine energy. Thank you. But I don't need it. And that's what I repeated shortly. And that's all. And I don't focus on it. I don't give attention to that energy anymore. I just repeat it a few times and that's all. So it's also very powerful. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Okay, just quickly mention it. Nice.
Yeah. Declutter constantly space around me. It's something, I have learned from Marie Kondo. I highly recommend also the way how she managed to arrange everything at home, but it works, really. So I do that. I declutter my space constantly, and I feel I allow that way to flow the energy and to clean up all unnecessary stuff
Yes.
at my home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, it makes so much sense, and but we forget it easily.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A space full of clutter takes our energy down as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
really good one. I used to be so unorganized. I
Uh-huh.
think that I am naturally unorganized. Like I don't mind being I didn't mind before being in a space full of things everywhere, but I really worked on becoming more organized, and in order to just feel more calm, organize my mind, and be focused really.
And do you feel the difference?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And now I take a moment to clean the house daily, to clean just the little things that are here and there, and to clean it daily before I get to work, so that I can be focused and clear on what I want to do without distractions of a cluttered environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One tip that someone shared with me also a few years ago about starting your day with good energy is to cleaning at the end of the day your energy. But how to do it is just clean your desk and clean your living room and the space that you access the next day, so that you can start next day with with this fresh atmosphere and fresh order at your home.
Yes.
That you don't have to do it in the morning. So before I go to sleep, I
Right.
just spend a few minutes to clean everything the way that in the morning I can start from the beginning and everything is nice. And then it gives me also these good feelings,
Yeah, what a good tip, because we all know the feeling when you come out of bed into the kitchen and it's completely full. It's
Yeah.
completely full. It's an awful way to start your day. Yeah, it's really true. And it's so worth the pain of taking the time to clean up before going to bed, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Okay. One more. When we talk about cleaning, then I would advise to have sea salt in your bath.
Right.
Or under the shower in the small container, and you can put it and use it as a scrub, sort of scrub. But using that during the shower, again, clean your body, purify your body. And by doing that, you can also use sort of affirmation. And I have this affirmation here also. With this salt, I purify my body. I release anything that isn't mine, and it doesn't serve me at all.
Right.
And that's all, and it's really very powerful, and it again helps us to clean our energy.
Right. So the things that I heard is like it's literally cleaning. It's also like taking a shower, a bath, or washing your hands, and it's also about having the attention of letting go of energy
Exactly.
that is not yours. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. That is so helpful. Let's go to the last really big question that I want to talk to you about is how can we recharge our energy when we feel depleted?
Yeah. So it's again very important issue. And I would start here from gratitude. Gratitude, because when you focus on your energy flow, it's amazing, because when you focus on the good things, you have them already in your life. We have them all.
Right.
Then your energy flows to the good things. And that's the good beginning of the day, for example. So that's very powerful to recharge your energy. And the other way I use it, and it's also very powerful, it's grounding.
Yeah.
And I do that by walking in the nature. And especially now when I live nearby the seaside, I can do that much often on the seaside, at the seaside, and it's very powerful also. But you can go to the park, or you can just go to your garden and just experience grounding. So it's very
Yeah.
powerful as well.
Wow. Yeah.
What I want to choose, because I use a lot of them, but I think that creating your own spa at home is very powerful.
Ah,
Why? Because we
creating your
spend
own
so
spot.
much time at home, and it's so nice to have your surrounding created the way that supports you
Wow.
and
Yeah.
serve you. Oh yeah. So I do that, and some points I bring nature indoors. I play relaxing music at home. I use natural oils to create very nice smell and cozy atmosphere. And again, I clean up everything around me. So I declutter constantly my surroundings. So again, I say goodbye to the things that they do not serve me anymore. And this way, I welcome the things that, are awaited.
Wow. This
Yeah,
one I really like. Create an indoor spa.
yeah,
What a nice thing, because going to a spa is nice, but still for me it feels like something which costs me effort. I have to do with other people, I have to go there, I have to think about it. When you can just do it indoors,
yeah,
it sounds even better, actually, to
yeah,
me. It sounds
yeah.
even better. What a nice idea. And I would like to add, which is I actually similar, what I do is just be alone. I just really like to be for a few hours without having to do anything, really. Nothing on the plan, not even reading a book, just spending time alone. I love that. That really helps me also to recharge. Naturally, the process will go, and I will start to recharge without really having to do anything extra.
Yeah, and actually, what you mentioned now, it's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that. It's a me time. I call it me time.
Yes, yeah,
And yeah, and it's so important. And if I could remember, you even post something on Instagram a few posts ago about going to the seaside,
right.
because you
Yes,
see so many days,
yeah.
day after day, with a lot of people, and then you need just to go away alone, to be alone, and just to recharge your energy. And it's
Ex-
so nice that you share it with us, this
right.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure, the ocean is one of my favorite places to go when I want to spend some time by myself. When it's not in the house, I want to get out. Then I would love to go to the ocean. Yeah, for sure.
uh,
So, lastly, what is your advice for high sensitive people?
oh, do you know? I think very shortly, accept and love yourself unconditionally the
This
way
is
you
super
are,
important. Yeah.
and use your emotions as your guide, because they tell you so much, and this is our superpower. So just use it as sort of compass, and trust the process, because universe always has your back.
Right. Yes, I love that. Great. This is one really important thing to start off with. Really accept yourself and love the way you are. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So that's the main advice, basically.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that take care of yourself is it should be priority for all high sensitive people.
Right.
Because when we can first take of ourselves, after that we can take care of the other people. But what we do we have tendency to take care of everyone around us, and at the end it's a place, maybe time for ourselves. And that's not the way. So take care of yourself because you deserve it. And when you take care of yourself, then you can spread this love and good things spread around yourself.
Nice. Fantastic. Aga, what an amazing advice did you give us. So much information about high sensitivity and how to really start to manage our energy. It can really improve your well-being and your quality of life. That's what I think. And I'm really curious to hear what you are working on at the moment in your business.
So at the moment I actually working on affirmations for busy mom who are struggling with finding harmony between love life and business.
Wow. Right.
And I have a plan also to record my first guided meditation, to help people to manifest their deep desires. It's so connected with my present state, and I am a mom, so I am busy, but also I struggle with a lot of things. So I want to help the other mom who are at the same place also to find the way how to overcome these things and find this harmony that helps us to succeed.
Fantastic. Wow. Well, I think that with your affirmations, which you made in such an inspired way from your own experience, you're going to help so many moms. And how can we get our hands on your affirmations?
Very soon they will be on Instagram. So when you follow me on Instagram as Aga Tasiulis, then you can find very soon information about it. And also very soon my YouTube channel will be online. So there you can find all this inspirational stuff and tools.
Nice. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We are going to put all your information in the show notes, of course, so that it's easy for people to find you and to get their hands on all the goodies that you have.
Rihanna, thank you for having me here, and I hope that all the tools and techniques based on my own experience will be very helpful for people who are going to watch or listen to us.
Exactly. Well, I do think that, and let's see what happens, and I hope to speak to you soon on another episode.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Soul Sessions podcast. If you have enjoyed listening to this podcast, it would mean the world to me if you would take a minute to hop over on iTunes and leave a review. Not only I love reading your personal messages, it also helps other listeners to find the Soul Sessions podcast. So keep chasing your desires, beautiful. I wish you an amazing day. And if you want to know more about me, hop over to rihannavantel.com and I would love to hear from you.